Hi there and welcome along to a video all about terminology for the rowing machine. And with me is the superstar Holly. Show everyone your Apple Watch. She got that for being so patient and helping with all of the row along stuff previously. And today she's here to help take us through the different terminology we can talk about for the rowing machine. So let's get going.
What does ERG or Ergo mean?
ERG is a rowing machine. It's basically Ergometer, Ergonometer, depending on how you want to look at it, but ERG and Ergo are the same thing, the rowing machine.
What does PM mean?
The PM is the performance monitor. On a Concept 2, that's the little monitor in front of you. If you're on a different rowing machine, then it's not going to be called a PM, it'll just be called your monitor.
What is the Concept 2 logbook?
Well, if you row on a Concept 2 rowing machine, then you can upload your meters to the Concept 2 logbook, and if you're part of a team, those meters will count towards those team or any kind of team challenge. And the amazing thing about Concept 2 is if you row 1 million meters, they will send you a t-shirt. If you row 5 million meters, they will send you a sweater. All this various merch that you will get for free just for rowing. Really worth going to log.concept2.com and setting up your own logbook account, and then you can look at teams and all that other jazz.
What does PB or PR or SB mean?
Your PB is your personal best. That's the best that you've ever done for a distance or a time. Oh, you're going by one. There you go. Your PR is your personal record. So it's basically exactly the same thing as PB. And your SB is your season best. So you might have a personal best, which is the fastest time you've ever rowed 2,000 meters. But your season best is your best time that season to row 2,000 meters. Next.
HM or FM, what does that mean?
The HM is a half marathon, so that's 21,097 meters. Quite far, eh? Yeah. And an FM is a full marathon. That's 42,195 meters. So it's basically half marathon, full marathon. FM is also Fitness Matters rowing team, but in this instance, we're just talking about marathons.
2K pace, what is it?
2K pace is your training pace. Okay, so you row a 2,000 meter time trial and then you take your final time and divide it by 4. And that gives you the average time to cover 500 meters for that 2K. And this is how you then base your training. So if I say to you 2K pace plus 20 seconds, you take your average time to row your best 2,000 meter time trial and then you add on 20 seconds. So if your average time is 2 minutes and I say 2K plus 20, you row at 2 minutes 20 pace. And of course here, you set your Concept 2 monitor or whatever monitor you're using to the display that shows /500 meters, and that shows you your current pace when you're rowing, and that's what I'm on about. Next.
SPM or R20, what is it?
SPM is strokes per minute. So it's basically how many strokes that you are currently taking in a minute. So if you're rowing at 30 strokes a minute, then that's 1 stroke every 2 seconds. Or if you slow right back down to 1 stroke every 3 seconds, that's 20 strokes per minute. Okay, so it's just a way to show you how fast you're racing up and down the rail. And R20 is just another way of saying 20 strokes per minute. So it's like rate is 20, R20. Next.
What does LWT or HWT mean?
They basically just mean lightweight or heavyweight. 2 different weight categories for rowing, basically. Now, there's slightly different for men and women. If you want to know the full range of weights, then I will post that in the description on this video, all right? Next.
What does OTW mean?
OTW means on the water. Simple enough.
TT, what does that mean?
TT is a time trial. So basically you take a distance like 2,000 meters and see how fast you can row it, and that is time trial.
HR or HRM, what do they mean?
Can I just say you're very good at reading upside down? Yeah. Anyway, HR is heart rate and HRM is heart rate monitor. Next. Oh, that didn't go well, did it? Oh, other way. Yep, there you go.
What does intervals? What are intervals?
Intervals are when you row a piece and then you have a rest, and then you row a piece and you have a rest. So say you were going to do 8 500-meter intervals with 1 minute rest in between, then your intervals are the 500 meters and then your rest is the 1 minute rest in between. 1 meter rest. That wouldn't be much of a rest, would it? 1 meter rest. Anyway, so that's what intervals are. That's basically you have a period and then a rest and then a period, and the intervals are when you are rowing that period. I said period a lot there, didn't I? Next.
What's a negative split?
Well, in the case, say, look at the intervals we just spoke about. If you were to row the first 500-meter piece at 2-minute pace, remember 2K pace, and then you did the next one at 158 pace, and then 156 pace, 154, and you're going faster each time, that is a negative split. And the same thing would happen if you were to do a 5K time trial. And as you went through say you set your splits on the monitor to 1,000 meters, if every single 1,000 meters you went faster and faster through the row, then each of them would be negative splits because you're going faster for each of those splits. Next.
GPS, what does that mean?
Distance per stroke, so how far you go for every single stroke that you take.
SPI, what does that mean?
That's stroke power index. So it's another way of looking at how strong you are per stroke. You take the watts you were rowing at, and then you take the stroke rate you are at, you divide the watts by the stroke rate, and that gives you your SPI. So if you were rowing at 330 watts at 33 strokes per minute, then you would get an SPI of 10. Quite a handy way to look at the power output, but it does get a little bit flawed when your stroke rate goes up, etc. But it's it's another number for the number junkies, to be honest. Next.
What is 5K times 3 at R20 or 2K plus 15? 3 minute rest. What is that?
Okay, so 5K times 3 at R20 and then 2K plus 15 with 3 minutes rest. So what that means is you're going to do 5,000 meters 3 times, so that's 5K times 3, at R20, so that's 20 strokes per minute. Remember we talked about SPM before, so R20 means that your rate is 20 strokes per minute, and then the slash 2K plus 15 is your 2K training pace plus 15 seconds, so your 2K average, remember 2K time trial, your average time to cover that plus 15 seconds, so you'll go 15 seconds slower than that, and then 3 minutes rest means that in between all of these 5,000 meter pieces, you are going to take 3 minutes rest, okay?
HD, what's HD?
Now this is one you want to close your ears for this one, you don't want to learn about HD, right?
Okay.
Okay. HD is when you put your handle down. Okay, so it's when you've had enough, you think, I'm not going to finish here, and you put your handle down because you're like, I just can't finish this. But the danger is that by giving this a name and by kind of acknowledging that it's the thing, then you start to think, well, actually, I'm halfway through, I'm just going to HD. Until I learned that there was a terminology about HD, I'd never once stopped mid-row. And then I finally found out what HD was, and suddenly it had a name, it had a thing, and I could type on things going, oh, I HD'd halfway through my session. So, ignore everything I just said. Next.
Demons, what's demons?
The demons are the ones that are responsible for HD. They're the ones that kind of circle around your head and say, oh, you're not going to make this. You're not strong enough. You're not fit enough. You're never going to complete today's row. You're going to have to stop. You're going to have to HD. That's who the demons are. And what you want to do is you want to listen to them and say, listen, I know what you're on about, guys. I know you're worried for me. You're coming from a great place. You're telling me that I'm not going to manage it because you don't want me to hurt myself. But I've got it. It's fine. You go sit over there and watch. And when I need you, when I want you to come over and look after me, then you can come over and look after me. But for the time being, shh. And then you carry on rowing, okay? So it's important that you know that the demons are there and that they will try and stop you if you're kind of getting anywhere near some kind of pain, but they're very worrisome little creatures, okay? They'll crop up before they need to. Like, I think it was Sam, my coach, said, you will pass out before you die, okay? So just, next. Can you read all these?
WIRC/BRIC, SIRC/EIRC, crash to be.
Crash to be. Okay, so the WIRC, hold it this way so people can see. WIRC is the World Indoor Rowing Championships. Okay, that used to always be in Boston. Now we'll skip down to Crash B next, because Boston's Crash Bs, the Charles River All-Star Has-Beens, used to be a kind of a tandem World Indoor Rowing Championships at the same time. But in 2018, the World Indoor Rowing Championships started touring around the world. So they did Alexandria, they've been in just outside, was it outside Los Angeles? It was California. Then they did Paris, and then last year, obviously it was online, but and then who knows where it's going to be next year. So that's the Worlds. BRIC is the British Rowing Indoor Championships, which are the British ones, which currently happen at the Lee Valley Velodrome. And then SIRC is the Scottish Indoor Rowing Championships, then English Indoor Rowing Championships, then you get the Irish Indoor Rowing Championships and the Welsh Indoor Rowing Championships. Basically anything with the IRC afterwards is somebody's Indoor Rowing Championships. Okay, so you get Australia and then Crash B we've already spoken about. The traveling to Boston used to be this pilgrimage for people, but when they split apart, that all ended, which is a real shame, because I used to love going to Boston in February. It was lovely. Anyway, next.
CTC, Nonathlon, FMMC. What does that mean?
Okay, so CTC, Nonathlon, and the FMMC. These are all online rowing challenges, okay? So these are things that happen every single month, a different challenge. The CTC is the cross-team challenge, and this is the biggest of them all. All the different teams, the online indoor rowing teams across the internet, they all come together and they do the various challenges from month to month. They're always different. They're always a great challenge, make you work hard, and it's great to look out for. The Nonathlon is based on the Concept 2 Logbook ranked workouts, and you can do, I think there's 12, I want to say, different workouts that you can spread whenever you want throughout the year. You row them, you get points as handicaps, so you're on an even keel with other people. It's a great thing to do. Go to nonathlon.com for that. And then the FMMC is similar to the Nonathlon, except it's done by the Logbook, and it's a specific month that you do it. So 1 month it's going to be 500 meters, then another month it's going to be the 5,000 meters. Personally, now of course I run the FMMC, but I think that the handicapping is fairer than the Nonathlon, and there's like differences between the two, and it's groovier and whatever. But that's the three of them. So they are the main online indoor rowing challenges. There used to be the Indoor Rowers League as well, but at the time of making this video, Seb had said that he's no longer going to run it. Hopefully he will come back and run it, and that will make this a little bit. Why didn't you talk about the IRL? But for the time being, it's not happening. So these are the three main challenges that you can look out for on the internet. Next, do we have a next, or is that the last one?
I think that was the last one.
Oh, we're done. That's it. So if you have any other, thank you very much. If you have any other terminology questions that you want to know about indoor rowing, do get in touch, because I'm sure I haven't covered them all. And of course, you may be sitting there thinking, why is she wearing a mask? Because I'm doing the dad thing, and as much as I like to have her mentioned and have her online and kind of talk about it and stuff, I don't really want to kind of spread her all over the internet. I'm trying to kind of protect her incredible beingness from, yeah, anyway. So she's already, this is the Row 555 medal that she won last year. So she's my little rowing buddy that, yeah, you're going to be a superstar as well. You're going to, yeah, cool. Anyway, that's the end of my video. Nice little rant, and at least you get to see a little, see one of the kids. Don't think Jamie will ever want to be on camera. So
Jamie, before was complaining that she didn't get to come on.
Was she? So she wants to do it.
Up the stairs, she was properly complaining. She was asking me why I was always mentioned and not her.
Because she said before she didn't want to.
I can't believe she said that.
Can't believe she said that. Okay, and of course the cats are stars as well. It's, yeah, Ziggy and Ozzy. So yeah, really this video is now going on way too long, and you're sitting there thinking, is he going to talk about rowing again? But I'm not, to be honest. I'm just sitting here shooting the breeze with you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I do hope it helped clear up some of the terminology for rowing machines. Make sure and check out my channel if you're looking for any row along workouts. Remember, I've got right now over 200 workouts to do. There's 2K plans, a 5K plan, a 500 meter plan. Everything's for free. Nothing has music with it, so you can play your own music. And I am not an alpha male shouty type coach. I'm just going to keep you company, keep you motivated, get you through these tough sessions, talk about technique, talk about spaghetti bolognese and motivation and things to really just keep you distracted. And
you did a roll tonight.
Am I going to do one tonight? Oh, I think it's a bit late now.
Oh, because if you didn't, I could make you a choco nana.
She makes a great choco nana recovery milkshake, it must be said. You also make great brownies as well, don't you? Yeah.
I'm still making you one.
But I've not done any workouts. This is turning into a sitcom now, isn't it? If I
Then
get,
all you have to do is go upstairs and do a workout.
I don't want
Doesn't
to.
have to do
I'm
rowing.
tired. I don't want to. Gosh, you see where I get it from?
Then do abs.
do abs. Okay, say bye, Holly.
Bye.
Bye.